walkthrough of my current garden. So down in this bucket, I have a bunch of tomato seedlings. Now I realize the bucket itself is not going to be big enough as they grow, but I do plan on separating those out when they get a little bit bigger and they become a little sturdier. So, but those are, I think they were beefsteak. They're a round tomato, not aroma. I should have done aroma or a cherry, but I'll try that next season. Down on my bottom shelf here, I have some chive that was purchased, rooted in the 99-cent store. It was in the refrigeration case, and I brought it home, transplanted it, and it's doing okay. It does have a lot of those yellow vines. I tried clipping off a bunch of the tops, but that doesn't seem to be working because now the tops are all yellow. So I have to do some more research on what to do for chive to keep that growing. But that is my pretty little basil. I got that at Fry's and it has been doing wonderfully. I just recently pruned a bunch of the stalks back because it was getting tall. It was actually coming up and touching the bottom shelf here. So I've pruned a bunch of those back, and I'm going to try to transplant them and see if I can put them in this space over here on the other side of the chive, or maybe transplant the chive out and just have basil across the whole plant. So on this shelf I have garlic that had sprouted in my garlic keeper in the kitchen, and in this bucket all but one clove seems to be surviving. I'll have to do some research as to when to transplant these because I'm sure they're just not enough room to really grow good bulbs there. This is a wildflower mix. It was just a seed mix that I got at the store, and I just threw everything in the pot. Again, probably not deep enough because this is, I think, like a 5 or 6 inch pot. So, but hey, you know, it's my first attempt at gardening in Phoenix. So. And then I have more garlic on this side. All of this side appears to be doing okay. Everybody's surviving so far. So, and then on the top over here I have, I think this is my parsley. Yeah, I need to redo the sign. That's my parsley. I grew that from seed and that seems to be doing pretty well. So this is obviously my cilantro. It is looking beautiful. The leaves are starting to come in to actually look like real cilantro leaves. So that is great. And then over here is my sad little oregano. Now I don't know, you can barely see, there's a couple of sprouts there. There's a sprout here. Let's see, where's there another sprout? There's barely 3 or 4 sprouts in the whole pot. So I don't know if the seed was bad that I had gotten, or if, you know, maybe I just did something wrong with the oregano. But I might have to redo my oregano because I love oregano. I use it a lot. So those are the 3 herbs besides garlic that I use most frequently. So that is a little tour of my actual garden. This area over here, I am going to do the work. It's going to be a pain in the neck, but I am going to separate all the wood chip from the rock, and then what I will do is I will lay a combination of paver and then put the rock down in. But what the process is going to look like is basically digging everything up, using those 2 white buckets there to sort or sift the larger rock out into these buckets, and then the smaller rock into that bucket, which will then go in the trash. And then the remaining dirt that you see back here is going to get filled in. The back corner there is going to be brick or paver, so I can put a barbecue over there. And then the rest of this will be staggered paver and rock, so it'll look much like this section that I've already done over here. This section was like the wood chip section. It was wood chip, dirt, and rock. I separated it all out the way I showed in the large section, and then I just laid the pavers down and put the rock in between. and this is working really nice, and the rest of the dirt in my yard is gonna look like that when it's done. So that is my little garden tour. I've got my little garden cart with my tools, my seeds, what's left of my potting soil to transplant anybody that needs to be transplanted. And the chaise lounge is actually what I sit on when I'm working and sifting that, because it is a little bit strenuous on the back being bent over like that. But when I'm all done, the garden is going to be looking great. So that's my yard.